Welcome to another inspiring episode of English Story Podcast. Today I have a special story for you. We're diving into the journey of a young girl named Maria and her path to mastering creative writing. From overcoming challenges to discovering her hidden talent, Maria's story is filled with valuable lessons and practical tips for anyone looking to improve their writing skills. So, grab a cozy seat and get ready for an adventure you won't want to miss. The beginning, a love for stories. Let's start from the beginning. Maria grew up in a bustling city where life was always on the move. From a young age, she found solace in stories. Her mother would read to her every night, and Maria would listen intently, captivated by the worlds and characters brought to life by words. She loved fairy tales, adventures, and everything in between. Little did she know, this early exposure to stories would lay the foundation for her love of creative writing. As she got older, Maria's love for stories grew into a passion for writing her own. She would scribble short stories in her notebook, creating characters and plots that mirrored the tales she loved so much. However, despite her enthusiasm, she often found herself struggling to express her ideas clearly and creatively. She faced common challenges like finding the right words, constructing engaging plots, and developing her characters. Struggles and setbacks. Maria's journey wasn't without its hurdles. Like many aspiring writers, she faced numerous setbacks. Her initial attempts at writing were often met with frustration. She struggled with vocabulary, sentence structure, and maintaining a coherent storyline. She would start a story with excitement, only to abandon it halfway because she felt it wasn't good enough. One of the most significant challenges Maria faced was self-doubt. She often compared her writing to the books she read, feeling that her work was inferior. This led to a lack of confidence in her abilities, making it difficult for her to share her stories with others. Her notebooks were filled with unfinished stories and scribbled out sentences. The turning point, a teacher's guidance. Everything changed when Maria entered high school and met Miss Johnson, her English teacher. Miss Johnson had a keen eye for talent and quickly noticed Maria's potential. One day, after reading a short story Maria had written for a class assignment, Miss Johnson called her after class. Miss Johnson said, "Maria, I see a lot of potential in your writing. You have a natural talent for storytelling, but you need guidance and practice to hone your skills. How would you feel about joining our creative writing club?" This conversation was a turning point for Maria. She joined the club and began to receive the guidance she needed. Miss Johnson introduced her to a variety of books to help expand her vocabulary and understand different writing styles. Some of the initial books that made a significant impact on Maria were Charlotte's Web by E.B. White, The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis, and Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. These books not only enriched her vocabulary, but also exposed her to different narrative techniques and character development strategies. Practical techniques and tips. With Miss Johnson's mentorship, Maria began to develop her writing skills. Here are some of the techniques and strategies that helped her along the way. 1. Reading widely and actively. Miss Johnson encouraged Maria to read a variety of genres and authors. She advised her to pay attention to the way authors constructed their sentences, developed their characters, and built their plots. This active reading approach helped Maria understand different writing techniques and styles. When Maria read Charlotte's Web, she noticed how E.B. White used simple yet vivid descriptions to bring characters to life. She started to mimic this technique in her own writing, focusing on creating clear and engaging descriptions. Suggested books for beginners. Matilda by Roald Dahl. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. 2. Keeping a vocabulary journal. To enhance her vocabulary, Maria started keeping a journal of new words she encountered in her reading. She would write down the word, its definition, and an example sentence. This practice helped her gradually incorporate new words into her writing. While reading Harry Potter, Maria came across the word enchanted. She noted it in her journal, along with the sentence, "The enchanted ceiling of the Great Hall was bewitched to look like the sky outside." She then used the word in her own story. The enchanted forest was filled with glowing flowers and magical creatures. 3. Writing regularly. Miss Johnson stressed the importance of regular writing practice. She encouraged Maria to write every day, even if it was just a few paragraphs. This helped Maria develop a writing habit and improve her skills over time. Maria set aside 20 minutes every evening to write in her journal. She wrote about her day, described people she met, or created short fictional scenes. This consistent practice helped her become more comfortable with expressing her thoughts in writing. 4. Embracing feedback. One of the most challenging yet valuable lessons Maria learned was to embrace feedback. Miss Johnson provided constructive criticism on her stories, highlighting both strengths and areas for improvement. This feedback was crucial in helping Maria refine her writing. After writing a story about a magical kingdom, Maria received feedback that her characters needed more depth. She revised her story, adding backstories and motivations for each character, which made them more relatable and engaging. 5. Exploring different perspectives. To make her stories more engaging, Maria learned to write from different perspectives. This technique, known as point of view, allowed her to explore the thoughts and feelings of various characters, adding depth to her narratives. In one of her stories, Maria wrote from the perspective of a mischievous cat. This unique point of view allowed her to experiment with playful language and creative descriptions, making the story more interesting, overcoming frustration, and staying motivated. Despite her progress, Maria still faced moments of frustration. There were times when she felt stuck, unable to move past a certain point in her story. During these times, Miss Johnson played a pivotal role in keeping her motivated. Miss Johnson said, "Maria, every writer faces challenges. It's important to take breaks when you feel stuck, but don't give up. Writing is a process, and sometimes stepping away for a while can give you a fresh perspective." Miss Johnson also introduced Maria to the concept of free writing. This technique involves writing continuously for a set period without worrying about grammar or punctuation. Free writing helped Maria overcome writer's block and generate new ideas. Maria set a timer for 10 minutes and wrote whatever came to mind without stopping. This exercise helped her unlock new ideas and break through creative barriers. Research-backed strategies and tips. Now, let's delve into some research-backed strategies and tips that can help you polish your writing skills. 1. Practice deliberately. According to research by Anders Ericsson, deliberate practice is key to mastering any skill, including writing. This means focusing on specific aspects of your writing that need improvement and practicing them regularly. Example: Maria focused on improving her dialogue writing. She practiced by writing short scenes that included conversations between characters, paying attention to how real people speak and interact. 2. Read aloud. Studies have shown that reading your work aloud can help you catch errors and improve the flow of your writing. It also helps you develop a better sense of rhythm and pacing. Example: Maria read her stories aloud to herself and her family. This practice helped her identify awkward sentences and improve the overall flow of her writing. 3. Seek feedback. Constructive feedback is essential for growth. A study by Harvard Business Review found that feedback helps individuals identify their strengths and areas for improvement, leading to better performance. Example: Maria joined an online writing community where she shared her work and received feedback from other writers. This feedback helped her see her writing from different perspectives and improve her skills. 4. Set writing goals. Research by Dr. Gail Matthews shows that setting specific, achievable goals increases the likelihood of success. Set daily or weekly writing goals to stay motivated and track your progress. Example: Maria set a goal to write a short story every month. This goal kept her motivated and gave her a sense of accomplishment with each completed story. 5. Revise and edit. The first draft is never perfect. According to a study by Grammarly, thorough revision and editing can significantly improve the quality of writing. Take the time to review and refine your work. Example: Maria spent time revising her stories, focusing on improving clarity, coherence, and style. She used editing tools and feedback from her peers to polish her final drafts. Top 5 Tips to improve your writing skills. To wrap up, here are my top 5 tips to help you improve your writing skills. 1. Read regularly. Reading exposes you to different writing styles and expands your vocabulary. Make it a habit to read a variety of genres and authors. 2. Write every day. Practice makes perfect. Set aside time each day to write, whether it's a journal entry, a short story, or a poem. 3. Join a writing community. Engaging with other writers can provide valuable feedback and support. Join a writing club, attend workshops, or participate in online writing forums. 4. Embrace feedback. Don't be afraid to share your work and seek feedback. Constructive criticism helps you identify areas for improvement and refine your writing. 5. Revise relentlessly. Good writing often comes from thorough revision. Don't hesitate to rewrite and refine your drafts until you're satisfied with the result. Maria's advice to aspiring writers. Maria's journey from a young girl with a love for stories to a confident writer is a testament to the power of perseverance and guidance. Her story reminds us that with dedication, the right techniques, and the support of mentors, anyone can improve their writing skills. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of English Story Podcast. If you have any tips or stories to share, I'd love to hear from you. Drop me a message or comment below. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a review if you enjoyed the show. Until next time, keep writing, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.